Hello, my name is Cesar Hernandez, Student Assistant with SHSU Greek Life Office, and thank you for tuning in to SHSU Meet the Greeks. Meet the Greeks was created to inform the SHSU community about the experiences of SHSU's Greek leaders and Greek organizations. Today, we have the pleasure of speaking with Kayla Vickers, President of the Zeta Beta Chapter, Sigma Lambda Gamma National Sorority Incorporated, to learn more about her organization and Greek experience at SHSU. So, Kayla, I would like to start this interview by asking you to tell us where you're from and what you're majoring in here at SHSU.
Okay, I'm from this small town called Hearn. Literally nobody has ever heard of it, so if somebody knows about it, but it's 20 minutes from College Station. And then I'm currently majoring in criminal justice and minoring in sociology and human services.
Tell us about the philanthropic or community service efforts your sorority participates in.
Are breast cancer awareness, and then also the TRIO program. We also like to sponsor the American Heart Association. The American Heart Association is usually Gammas Go Red, so we usually do this in February. There are walks, there are programs that we can host. For breast cancer, that's usually the biggest philanthropy that we focus on. Just because during the month of October, we put on various programs like walks. We participate in Tacos for Tatas. We usually try to do Gamma Bingo, where we're trying to raise money for the Susan G. Komen Foundation and donate money for there. We also like to collect scarves and hats for women who have gone through chemo, who have breast cancer. There are also panels that we like to put on for survivors, so survivors can come and talk about their experiences. We also like to partner with the health office and have them come and talk about the ways you can know that you have breast cancer. And then for TRIO, we usually like to, this actually next week, we'll actually be doing a fundraiser to raise money just to donate to them, just to provide books, to provide federal funding, anything that we can do to help out with them is what we usually like to try to do. And then for community service, we also do community service with the Safe House. Lately, we've been partnering with Good Shepherd Mission, and we've been helping out with their food trucks and just doing where we go and we'll just put food in the back of people's trunks when they come. And only because of COVID right now is what usually they're asking for volunteers, so we've been doing that. We do highway cleanups, which is usual, just stuff like that.
Awesome. Why did you decide to go Greek? And most importantly, what made you join the Sigma Lambda Gamma sorority?
Family actually knew nothing about Greeks. I was a first generation Greek. I knew absolutely nothing coming into college. I was like, sorority life is definitely not for me. You always see, movies and TV shows, and you just get a idea in your head about Greek life. And I was like, yeah, that's not for me. And then I actually went to some of the recruitment events, Spring 19. And when I went to the first one, it was a bonfire, and I was just automatically just welcomed. I just felt like this was a home. When I was talking to some of the current sisters during that time, it just felt like so natural. It wasn't forced. It was just very pleasant, I guess. Like I just didn't feel like I didn't belong. So when I went to the recruitment events and saw how well they already treated me, and I wasn't even a sister yet, I was like, yeah, this is definitely this. I was wrong. This is definitely for me.
Tell us a fun fact about your organization or any alum in your organization.
Majority of the sisters that I'm close with have been previous past presidents, or we're very welcoming when it comes to sisters who come from other schools and transfer here. We're very welcoming. Has been someone who ran for a higher position. I think it might have been the Senate or the Congress. I don't remember what it was, but she went off to run that and she got very close to being elected into the position. So that she wasn't from our chapter, but she definitely inspired our chapter to motivate ourselves to actually like think, wow, we could do that. Like we have support. It was just awesome to see the support that she got from other sisters.
Is so your sisters are there for you when you would run into politics.
Yes.
Next question. What has been your favorite Greek related experience or memory so far?
Say tacos for tatas. Omega Delta Phi puts that on in October, and then last fall we participated in that, and it was just so great to see like all of these Greek organizations and non-Greek organizations come out and then just spread awareness for breast cancer. You know, that is something that's very near and dear to my heart. So I was like, wow, this is pretty cool to see all of the things that go on.
What opportunities have come from you joining Sigma Lambda Gamma so far?
I would say I was also, I am now the president of the Multicultural Greek Council too, which I never thought I'd hold so many president opportunities, but I do. And then also doing community service. Like in high school, I was always working, so I never did community service. And now I'm definitely geared to doing as much as I can for the community right now. And so you'll always see me doing community service. So that's definitely an opportunity.
What will a student get out of joining a Greek organization that they won't get from other groups?
I honestly say friendship. Um, a lot of people say like you pay to have friends when you join a Greek organization, but I don't think that's like how I consider it, because I did have friends before I joined, but having the opportunity to spend so much time with my sisters, like I really do consider them sisters. I go to them whenever I need to. They come to me whenever they need to. So I just say like the sisterhood and the bond that you get from joining a sorority or the brotherhood that you get from a fraternity is like no other.
Has your Greek life experience been anything like what they show in the movies and on TV?
I don't think so. No. Just because like I said, when I would watch movies or TV shows and I would just think like, oh, like that's so crazy. But then I'd watch it. And then now that I've joined one, it's like completely different. Like I would say like the sisterhood is kind of the same, but like you don't get that. Like when you watch a movie, you're just like, oh, like, but then when you're actually in it and you see like the sisterhood and the bond and like all of the other opportunities that come from it, I feel like it's completely different than what it's depicted as.
Absolutely. Have you been able to balance school and your Greek responsibilities? What tips do you have for new members on how they can balance school and Greek life?
At first, no. I was struggling. I was taking 15 hours, working 2 jobs, still being active in my organization, and then active in other organizations. And I was really struggling. I definitely had to find a balance in between, you know, my mental health, my sorority, my other organizations, and my school. Um, I am like constantly using my planner and my calendar to balance everything. So now I do feel like I really do have a hold on like a balance in between everything, and I'm very organized now. I did learn that like you have to be organized if you're involved in so many things. So I would say like if you are planning on joining an organization, you definitely need to maybe get a planner. It helped me just to write down everything that I'm supposed to do. It keeps track of what you're doing for your organization and for school. So it definitely helped me to get a planner. And I would just say like coming in, um, you never know the effects until you actually join, and you never know like how much you actually get involved in when you actually join, and it's so much different. um so I would just say like just keep your mind at ease, like it always gets better, and then also just try to stay organized.
Absolutely. And this isn't a part of the questions, but being the president of the MGSC and your sorority, how does that like wear on you with having to extra time manage? Is it a huge responsibility on top of being a part of it and school and other organizations?
Say that it is a huge responsibility because you're not having, I mean, you're also having to focus on not just your sorority and your organization, but also like the entire council, and you're responsible for everything. And trying to keep socials and events happening and making sure that members are involved. I would say it is a huge responsibility, but I wouldn't change it for anything. I've gotten so many bonds from other organizations because of that opportunity of being the MGC president. I wouldn't take it back.
That's amazing. What has been the biggest challenge you faced as being chapter president for a sorority with 100 plus members?
Keeping members like involved, I guess, just because you do lose interest. Some do lose interest after a while, and it's hard to keep members staying motivated. So that is definitely a challenge. But at that point, you just have to focus on like what they like to do, and have them do that. So like if they are more artsy crafty, you're not going to put them in like a secretary position. You're going to want to put them in like a social media position or something like that, where they're allowed to express their interest.
Awesome. How has the COVID-19 pandemic affected your organization?
Oof, fundraising, meetings, everything. I just feel like now it's harder to like stay on top of things because people are also like on either all virtual, living at home, just trying to stay motivated and trying to keep my members motivated, not just for the sorority but for school too, because I know for sure like everybody's struggling with school right now. And so definitely just trying to keep everybody motivated is something that needs to be worked on. And then COVID has definitely affected that. And also because a lot of your members, I'm sure, have experienced either COVID or have had family who has experienced COVID. So trying to keep them also like with good mental health as well, with them experiencing all of the sidetracks and just being understanding in the situation. Because with the organization, like, yes, you do need to be focused, but you also need to make sure that your members are focusing on themselves and their families as well, and their education, because that's literally why everybody comes to college. So
that's so good. So you really care about everything that's going on in their lives.
Yes.
Do you regret anything about your Greek experience, and would you do it all over again?
I don't regret anything to this day. I still, even the bad times, the good times, like I wouldn't trade anything, because without the bad times, you wouldn't know the good times. So I definitely would restart from start to finish, going to recruitment events and to where I am today. I would definitely do it over again.
Awesome. So we are at the end of our interview. Is there anything that you would like to say or share about your Greek experience that you haven't already?
Not really. Just make sure you're enjoying your time as a Greek, or hopefully, like if you are watching this and you're coming in as somebody who is interested in Greek life, you definitely take the opportunity to at least try it and attend recruitment events. Don't just attend one organizations, like attend multiple ones, to make sure like if you are trying to join an organization, you're doing it because you feel the bonds that I'm talking about, because that is definitely really important.
Well, this is the end of our time together. Thank you, Kayla, for participating in SHSU's Meet the Greeks. And thank you to our viewers for taking the time to watch this interview. Until next time, go Greek and eat 'em up, cats.